Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another reaction video for today, and it's time for a brand new death battle clip thing, whatever, the ones leading up to the battle. We got the Tom and Jerry one next week, or is it 2 weeks from now? I think it's next week. Anyway, so this Tom deserves to catch that stupid rat. I know he's not that stupid. He always outsmarts Tom. Anyway, Tom and Jerry in death battle. It says Tom and Jerry in death battle. Does that mean it's going to be Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote in the death battle? I did say this. I think this would be a really clever idea. Is if like Tom and Wile E. Coyote don't even know they're fighting each other. They're just both trying to chase down their targets. It would be kind of. I want to say it was Multiverses, right? That had Tom and Jerry when they added. Or I think he might have been there to begin with. Tom and Jerry were just like. Tom wasn't even fighting. He was just trying to chase Jerry. So all of his attacks were him trying to kill Jerry. I thought that was very clever. Something like that would be kind of cool. Anyway, let's check this out. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. I will be live streaming this one. The last one I didn't live stream because I didn't want spoilers, so I just skipped part of it.
War raged in Europe between the British Tommies and the German Jerrys. As the beleaguered English made their miraculous escape from the German encirclement off the coast of Dunkirk, one might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Oh wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin, William Hanna and Joseph Barbera's infamous cat and mouse duo became the undisputed kings of slapstick comedy.
The formula is simple, and we all know it. Tom Cat.
Wait, hold on. That was brutal. Hold on. All right, sorry, I had to pause real quick. All right, let's get.
This is Jerry Mouse
Oh
around the house.
wait, hold on. I want to go back.
Comedy.
The formula is
cat and mouse duo became the undisputed
that was brutal.
kings of slapstick comedy.
Old cartoons are brutal, bro.
Simple, and we all know it. Tom Cat chases Jerry Mouse around the house. Brutal,
yes, sir.
bone shaking.
Yes, and then they both said.
Violence ensues.
And Tom and Jerry ends with them sitting on the train tracks waiting to get hit by a train. That's how it actually ends. That's canonically the ending of Tom and Jerry.
Tom is reprimanded by Mammy Two Shoes.
Let's say very much from the 1940s.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to see
What?
was Tom.
You don't like to see a person of color in a main role? Wow, guys. Wow. Death battle. Wow. Go woke.
Smirk off that little rat's
Jesus.
face.
Well, that was a good transition. What the fuck?
To see was Tom wipe that
was that a good
smirk
transition?
off that little rat's face. Despite my well-documented hatred of cats, even I've got to cringe at years of propaganda to convince us to side with the filthy, flea-ridden rodent over man's
this is the most offensive thing in that show.
best friend. Oh, beyond.
House cats like Tom are actually some of Earth's most successful predators. They can run up to 30 miles per hour, leap 6 feet high, and despite
we gotta give stats for all the cats out there.
commonly perceived as nocturnal, they're actually crepuscular and hunt in the dawn
Fuck does that
and
mean?
evening.
Tom specifically is a British shorthair. They're strong, stocky Roman cats bred to withstand harsh conditions. And for Tom, harsh conditions is an understatement.
Tom has collected a crazy assortment of weapons in his war against mouse kind. Sure, most of it is the stuff you can find around the average American household, like baseball bats, lead pipes,
and
Lead
guns.
pipes. Hell yeah, bro. You got a fucking gun.
Lots of guns, but he's got wackier things like a magic wand, a robo-cat,
Yeah, I love
vanishing
these.
cream, and a smart cap that gives him all the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the sword.
I don't like that animation though.
Smart cap that gives
Almost
him
looks like Flash
all
animation.
the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the sword
weird.
of light and dark, which severs you from your own shadow. Or the rewind remote, which can move your victim backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat car and cat jet.
Why don't you just pause him and then fucking shoot him in the face?
With case, of course, but just the cat part.
Tom's arsenal is heavily improvisational, which fits his quick thinking in fights over Thanksgiving turkey. Though he often loses his bouts with Jerry, it's not usually because he's dumb or
God, he looks sinister as fuck there.
He's just genuinely outplayed.
And even in defeat, he's one tough son of a gun.
He's definitely
been
made
crushed,
some
pulled
dumb
up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust.
I mean, he's definitely done some dumb
And
shit.
survived.
Well, mostly.
Oh,
Tom actually
shit.
has kicked the bucket
The
multiple
guillotine.
times, but little known cat fact, he has 9 lives, as established in the episode Heavenly Puss.
Oh, that heavenly puss. Yo, girl, let me see that heavenly puss. Sir, you're in a church.
This was
Yeah.
conducting
Where else
some
would I get that?
different kind of research when he stumbled on that episode.
Very funny. Even if Tom starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that
those are
just
glory holes.
restores them.
Or he can physically go get them back from hell. Or
Hell
all
yeah.
cats
He's
go.
like the Doomslayer.
Extremely hardcore for a tune, but there isn't
This episode should came out after the Doomslayer episode.
much of a limit to what Tom
Tomcat
can
versus
do. He can
Doomslayer.
clone himself, levitate in the air, make his imagination real, and even break the fourth wall and enter the real world.
Yeah, if you only watch the classic cartoons from the 40s, you may be in for a shock. Tom and Jerry gets buck wild, much like the actual inspirations for their names. Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Doy Whiz. They were actually named after the two characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the stage with the title Tom and Jerry, which later became a catch-all term in 1800s England for young drunken rabble-rousers.
Hell yeah.
Didn't know you were so well versed in Regency literature. I didn't
Wiley.
even know you could read.
I know, right?
Oh, the Wiley
All
one,
this
or
time,
yeah,
I
of course
thought
it did.
Heathcliff was just that delightful orange cat.
Well, come back next week
Wait.
for the full battle between Tomcat and his canine combatant, Wile E. Coyote.
In honor of
Wile
Jane
E.
Austen, I've renamed my
Coyote.
fists to Pride and Prejudice, so I can be like, here, Wiz, have some prejudice!
Get away from me.
Have some prejudice. Here you go. Have a little bit of fucking prejudice up against your goddamn head. I guess I should watch the Wile E. Coyote one also. We'll watch it later. Anyway, I want to watch the Tom one. We'll get a longer version of this next week, of course. I do like watching these ahead of time, just so when the Death Battle episodes are happening, I don't need to fully pay attention. You know, I could talk to Chad or whatever. So these are always good ones to watch ahead of time. Also, I know enough about Wile E. Coyote and Tom Cat, I guess, where it doesn't really, you know, not that it doesn't matter, but you know, come on. Anyway, come on, I know enough. Anyway, I'm good enough. I don't think there's enough lore in the Tom and Jerry verse that I'll be like, what the fuck's happening? What? Huh? What? Huh? I'm blocking. Anyway, that's it. Bye.